Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be. For me, it's about 11 a.m. on a Friday, and I know it has been a very long time since I posted new content related to comic books, and I still am not going to be posting anything about comic books today. However, what I am going to be posting are some CGC Playboy magazines that I just got back from CGC that I submitted during the second quarter of 2021. Yeah, 2021, and they just came back this week. So, um, I don't know what I can say. When you have just standard magazines that take almost 2 years to come back, how do you expect your customers to continue to submit product to you? Like, I don't know. Anyway, they're here. We're going to crack them open. I did not check the grades before they came back, and I have not looked at the invoice to remember what I sent in. I think two of these issues are the Madonna issue. Back in, I think, 1986 or 85, Playboy got their hands on some pictures of her that she shot, I think, when she was in college. And they posted them, and Penthouse posted them, and I don't know, they were all over the place in the mid-1980s. So I'm sure I'm sure some of you who are watching this video remember when those issues came out. So we're going to crack open this box, and yeah, we're going to take a look and see what the grades are. Now, do I have particularly high hopes that any of these are going to come back in the 9 range? No, not so much. I'm actually thinking most of them are going to be between 6.5 and 7. So let's find out. I do enjoy my coffee in the morning. All right, so as you can see, we got their big brown box here. Now, unfortunately, this one does look like it took a few hits from the post office, which is unfortunate, but those things do happen. For longtime viewers, since I've had my channel for a very long time, I just don't post a lot of content. You might notice that there's some baseball card content that I've been creating and posting, and honestly, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I used to be an avid baseball card collector, but I had a very large collection stolen during the early 1990s, and so I quit collecting entirely. But during the mid-1990s, all the way up until, I want to say, about 2010, I played Magic the Gathering, and then I just one day decided I didn't enjoy it anymore, so I just started buying sealed product, and Pokemon as well. So you'll see some in the background here, some booster boxes, some new booster boxes, some old booster boxes, just stuff that I've had for quite a long time. All right. Now, what I will say about this particular shipment is the packaging really isn't up to their normal standards. So it looks like these issues are from, 1985, 1988, 92, and 93. So there's probably a couple of Pam Andersons in here, would be my guess. And like I said, I have not seen the grades. We're going to find out what they are together. Now, this particular content might not be for everybody. I totally understand that. I just happen to be a fan of braided magazines. I do have quite a few now. I have some Dragon magazines, not just Playboy. And I'm actually looking back through my collection of Entertainment Weekly, Sports Illustrated. There's certainly some issues in there that I would like to get graded, but we'll find out. Okay, so we're going to have the first one coming out. Okay, one of the reasons why it took so long for these to come in is that they have the new cases. And the new cases, I wish that they'd been producing these years ago, because I had quite a few graded copies of Playboy come back in the old cases. So I'll show you one as an example. So as an example, and don't get me wrong, this is a nice case, but it's not like their new ones. So as an example, this is This is volume 54, number 2 from 2007, and it's got a nice case to it. It's very sturdy, but it doesn't have the separation between the labeling and the regular body that the comics do. Let me try and set this up so you can see it a little bit better. So it's a nice, it presents really nice, but the new cases I think are going to be far better. So when I found out they were putting out the new cases, I knew there was going to be a little bit of a delay. I just never anticipated it being such a massive delay. Okay, so this one came in a previous shipment. This was a 9.4, and I believe it might be the highest graded copy of this particular issue. And for those of us that are BSG fans, if you can get a copy of this, get a copy of this. This is really cool. And you know, for those of us who collect Playboy magazines. All right, so we're just gonna go from top to bottom. I have no idea how they sent these. Oh yeah, these cases are way more durable. Okay, so let me try and get away from the. This one is, of course, the Jessica Rabbit cover. I think this is from have to be from, I don't think it's from 88, because I think well, it could be 1988, because Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out the year I graduated from high school, which was in 88. Okay, so it looks like we got an 8.5. And you know what? That's awesome. Also, these cases feel far stronger than the old ones. So that's awesome. Now, it's not easy to find a lot of these cases. All right, I'm sorry. It's not easy to find a lot of these issues in high grade. I have been buying and collecting Playboy magazines for a very long time, so I have a pretty extensive collection. So if you're considering sending these in for the cost, make sure that you put them under the same scrutiny you would with comic books. All right, so the next issue coming out, again, not sure which one this is going to be. Okay, so this is Anna Nicole Smith. I think this one is you know, obviously, you know, she's no longer with us. She passed away a while ago, but that glare is horrible. But it is a classic cover of hers. And we got an 8.0. All right, so, you know, so far I'm fairly satisfied. But I think with the grades, but when we get down to the 86 issues, I think there definitely is going to be a drop in grade. And I think Madonna was in the last stapled issue. All right. Next one coming out. Another Anna Nicole Smith. Very reminiscent of Marilyn Monroe. And we got a 7. Again, not a shocker. These are really hard to get in high grade. So a 7 doesn't surprise me. All of these will be going up for sale on my eBay store, Omega Comics and Games. All right, next one coming out. So far we've got that 7, which I anticipated we'd have a couple of low grades, but the 8 and 8.5 I'm pretty happy with. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, so this is the Jerry Seinfeld issue. Now I have about, honestly, 5 or 6 copies of this. I think this is one of the nicer ones that I found in the collection, and it's an 8.0. Again, these are hard to get. It's not like pulling 9s and 9s, 9.2s, 9.4s, 9.6s, and 9.8s in comic books. This is a lot tougher. You're dealing with a genre, for one, unless you were a hardcore collector, nobody took care of these. And 2, to be fair, they got thrown around a lot. Like, they were stuffed under mattresses, you know, tossed around dorm rooms, you know. All right, so the next one coming out is one of the Madonna issues. Now, these are valuable, graded in just about any condition, but, you know, the higher the better. Okay, we got an 8.5. Now, I definitely think this is probably the higher of the two. I'm guessing that the next one is probably going to be about a 6.5. But yeah, this was the last stapled issue, as it says on the cover. And, you know, a cover shot of Madonna when she still looks like a human instead of what she looks like now, at least according to recent photos. Ironically, though, I did see her on tour a long time ago. Yeah, this issue's really beat up. I'm guessing this is going to be a 4.0 to a 4.5. Okay, it's a 6, which is far higher than I thought. But if you look at the back, it's definitely got a lot of wear and tear on it. Whereas the other one is really, really nice. Okay, so thanks for joining me on this unboxing. I know it wasn't comic books, and definitely you're going to see a lot of changes on the channel. And some of you might be asking, why the big break between posting things? And honestly, life just throws curveballs at you every now and again. And so you got to make some changes. And I made some big changes in my life. I started going back to the gym, exercising, taking better care of my health. In a year, I dropped 35 pounds. I feel a lot healthier. And as far as CGC goes, they haven't been, their turnaround time has really been extended unless you're doing a signature series event. So, these took almost 2 years to come back. So I had to introduce some other content. And I really do love the 80s and 90s eras of baseball. So those are the ones I'm going to focus on for my unboxings. But I might do some modern stuff as well. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me on this unboxing journey. And as I always say, collect what you love, enjoy what you love, because life is way too short for any of us to waste the time that we have.